And now we tune in to Spotsylvania County, Virginia. We have some beautiful apple, peach, and cherry trees with rolling hills and knee-high wheat and grass.
Begin.
We will be talking to Union leader General Joseph Hooker and Confederate leader General Robert Lee about the outcome of the battle and the technology that they used in the battle.
As you can tell, we obviously lost this battle to the South. You think that we have won through all of the transportation and the manufacturing we had of all the weapons and ammunition. We had the Springfield rifle and the faster loading cartridges called the Mini Ball, which did lots of damage.
It was quite rainy, so a little confusing, but we eventually pulled out in the end. The weaponry we had was pretty much the same as Hooker's, but it took longer for us to load and fire the guns, and made us considerably slower.
How would you say this loss affected the rest of the war for you?
It did a lot of damage to our side. From all the 17,000 casualties on the Union side, around 7,500 of our soldiers were killed during the battle, so it was quite a large loss. This allowed the Confederate Army to breach Maryland and invade Pennsylvania.
Well, we did have more resources, I think, and didn't lose as many men, but we lost about 3,500 and we gained a solid chunk of land in the outcome of this battle.
How did the conditions of the battlefield affect you and your army?
During the battle, it was raining and cold. The rain was starting to get into the firearm, causing the chamber to lock up and not ignite the wet gunpowder. It also caused the guns to be very slippery with the wooden stock. It also caused a lot of misfires.
Well, as I mentioned, the rain did make it confusing and cold. It also made our guns rust and jam, but we had a lot of fights, so we were confident. It was also infuriating how slow we were to load, and the rain didn't help much with that.
What were some of the biggest advantages in this battle?
The biggest one was the Mini Ball, which was way faster to load than the original product. Transportation and manufacturing industry lines made weapons and ammunition a lot more faster, and the trains allowed faster transportation of goods.
We were really educated on how to run our military. We had great defenses. We were also fighting on our home turf, so we knew the terrain better.
And now we bring reporter Mike onto the scene.
So it all started on Tuesday, April 28th. 11th Corps crossed at Kelly's Ford at 6 in the evening. On Wednesday, April 29th, part of the Army crossed the river. It rushed a Confederate detachment at the ford, capturing 125 Confederates at the cost of 1 man killed and 4 wounded. 2 more men drowned fording the deep and rushing current, but a bridge was thrown across within 2 hours. Thursday, April 30th, Meade's 5th Corps reached the Chancellorsville clearing. Most of Jackson's corps began its march from the Fredericksburg area. On Friday, May 1st, first clash of the main bodies from both armies occurred southeast of Chancellorsville. After Hooker's advanced troops met Anderson's men, he pulled back to a defensive line around Chancellorsville. On May 2nd, which was Saturday, Jackson launched a devastating attack and the unprepared men of Howard's 11th Corps, which caused their complete collapse. Both leaders of the armies were badly injured and couldn't resist their men anymore. On May 3rd, the heaviest fighting of the battle occurred that day. Hooker's men were slowly pushed around Chancellorsville itself. By the end of the day, Union forces were compressed into a defensive perimeter around the Rappahannock River Forge. Monday, on May 4th, Hooker began to retreat across the Rappahannock. And on May 10th, lastly, on Saturday, Jackson died at the Guinea Station, ending the Battle of Chancellorsville.